what's going on, guys? Dale Valor here from Modern Valor Dating. Listen, we are extending our series on calibration. I don't really see a whole lot of content out there when it comes to calibration, so I wanted to address it. What am I even talking about, right? So calibration to me is like a sixth sense, all right? It's knowing when to do something. It's knowing the right time. It's having good timing. It's knowing how to take a temperature of a room and know what to do, how to take a temperature of a situation. When you're having an interaction, it's taking a temperature of that and knowing what to do and how to do it. So listen, guys, we're doing a whole playlist on calibration. I think it is something that's really needed and I think will help you greatly. All right, so listen, come back every Friday. Make sure that you check back for the next video on calibration. But we're gonna hop into this one right now. Let's get it. Number one, act as if. All right, what do I mean by that? What I mean is this. If you don't know what to do in a situation, say you're having an interaction with a girl and you really don't know if she's into you, you can't really tell, you haven't been out in the field long enough to really get a good grasp on calibration, act as if it's on. Act as if she's attracted to you. Treat her exactly the same way you would treat her if you knew for sure that she was attracted to you. And that in and of itself is attractive because it shows that you're used to it, that you're just used to girls being into you, right? So acting as if can be a powerful mindset. It's almost like a fundamental go-to staple, if you will, because unless it's so obvious she's not into you, break it off and go talk to somebody else. But if she's still there, the interaction's still on. So keep pushing forward, all right? We're gonna get number two. Let's get it. Number two, get out of your head. All right, see, a lot of guys, I think, have a problem with paralysis by analysis. So they have so much information and so much just bad wiring and bad circuitry in their head that they just get trapped there. So instead of going with your head, go with your gut. What does your gut instinct tell you that you should do? And more times, often than not, you're gonna be right by taking that gut instinct and taking action with that. Sometimes, this has happened before, where I'm sitting there with a girl and I really don't know how it's going. I just can't get a gauge on it. So what I'll do is, I'll excuse myself, maybe go to the bathroom, take a second. All right, let me think this through for a second. What does my gut tell me? And process it, then return, and then move forward. All right, take yourself out of the situation for a minute. Just because you approach and you start a conversation doesn't mean that you have to just stick there, right? You can go other places and then circle back and things like that. You can do that. Or if you're out on a date with a girl, take the time, if you're not really sure how it's going, go think it through, see what your head's telling you, see what your gut's telling you, maybe meet in the middle if you have to, then go back and move forward. See, what you're doing is you're calibrating the situation. You're removing yourself, you're becoming objective, reapplying yourself, right? So, all right, guys, we're gonna get into the next one. Let's go. Hey guys, want to take this quick time out just to remind you, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, man. We want to be able to bring you this information as quickly as possible. If you're getting value out of it, man, it costs you nothing to subscribe to the channel, but it means a lot to us because we can keep going, we can keep moving forward. So make sure you do that. Also, give us a thumbs up, man. Drop a comment in the comment section on things that you want us to cover, or whatever the topic of the video is about, chop it up with us, man. Let us know what you think, so drop that comment, share it with somebody that you know needs to hear it. Also, the last Saturday of every month, we do a live Zoom event. We will have it linked up here. And what I want you to do is register for that, man. It's 100% free. This month, we're going to be talking about social circle game. So what does it mean to build out a social circle? How you can do that? Why is that important? We're going to give you all those answers, man, and show you step by step how to do that for it to work for you. Remember, the last Saturday of every month. All right, we're going to hop back into the video. Let's get it. Number 3, be more empathetic. All right, what do I mean by that? Well, empathy is basically where you can understand the emotion and the feeling that other people are having. A lot of times, people who are empathetic, the drawback is they take on those feelings. You don't have to take on those feelings, you just have to understand them. All right, and I think that that will help you in calibration greatly, because if you can understand how people feel in the situations and the things that they're going through, it just shows that you have understanding, and it shows that you have emotional intelligence. And emoting is an attraction trigger in and of itself. So listen, if one of the ways that you can learn how to gain more empathy is recognize your feelings when you're maybe watching a show that you like or a movie or something like that. Regulate your feelings, check them, take a measurement, see how you feel when certain things are happening. Do you understand it? Do you really get it? Do you have emotional intelligence? I'm telling you, with emotional intelligence, all that shows is that you have an understanding of emotions and how you have a handle on them. Sometimes you'll hear people talk about like you shouldn't be emotional. A lot of times you can't help but be emotional in certain circumstances. It's how you deal with those emotions, how you control those emotions, how you use them as a strength instead of a weakness. There's nothing wrong with being emotional or having emotions. It's just how you react to them. All right, we're gonna get into the next one. Let's go. Number 4, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. What do I mean by that? Well, look, if you're having a hard time getting a gauge on a situation or an interaction or something like that, you don't really know where to go with it, escalate a little bit. Just escalate some, then reel it back in, and then gauge how comfortable is she with what's going on. Once you start understanding how comfortable she is, now you know how far you can take it, right? But you're going incrementally. It's, like I said, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, man. It's like you're going up a flight of stairs. You take a couple of steps, and then you take 1 back. You take a couple more, take 1 back. You're still getting up the stairs. It's just not all in one fluid motion, right? You're not just... Every time you take a couple of steps, you can calibrate, take a temperature of what's going on, and then see if you need to move forward or you should take a step back, right? So here's the deal, man. Calibration, it basically boils down to experience, and everybody calibrates a little bit differently. That's why it's so hard to do content on it, all right? That's why I don't really see a whole lot out there about calibration. Once you get out there, you take action, you start getting experience, it's going to do you a wealth of good, because now you're going to start knowing what to do automatically, and it's not, you don't have to think about it. You just do it as an instinct. It just happens, right? That's when you're starting to internalize calibration, because once you have a full understanding of it and you've internalized it, you don't have to think about it anymore, all right? So that's the good thing about it. But listen, guys, like I said before, we're doing a whole series on this. We have a playlist going. What I want you to do is go back to the top of the playlist and go through it. If you've already done it, do it again, man. I mean, look, it's only going to help you. It's only going to help you grow, get better, and get out there and calibrate. If you haven't seen it, and this is the first time you've been watching this or you're new to the channel, go back and watch it. Learn calibration, man. It's not just about inner game and outer game. Calibration is a huge, huge, huge part of it. All right, I will see you there.